Welcome WWE Universe and wrestling fans to my WWE Show Review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you like and subscribe as we're reviewing the Friday Night Smackdown season premiere on USA Network from Seattle, Washington. And man, what heck of a show did we have as we seen it kicked off with Triple H coming out to the middle of the ring to address the crowd there in Seattle, Washington, and also address the WWE Universe to welcome them to a new network and ask, "Are you ready?" As we would see this show kicked off with one hell of a match as the undisputed WWE Championship would be on the line with the challenger Solo Sikoa facing off against the champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, in a steel cage match. Man, what a way to kick off Friday Night Smackdown on USA Network. This would be one heck of a match with these two using the cage to their advantage as a weapon and seeing them go back and forth with this huge battle inside the ring. We even seen Solo Sikoa suplex Cody Rhodes off of the side of the cage, really folding him up like a pretzel. And right when it looked like Cody Rhodes could be done, we would see him fight back and deliver a huge crossbody off the top of the cage to Solo Sikoa in the middle of the ring. And then Cody Rhodes would pin Solo and get the victory in this matchup to retain his undisputed WWE Championship. But it would not be done from there, because after Cody Rhodes pinned Solo, we would see him say, "We are done. It is over." But it wouldn't be done and over, because the Bloodline would come out to attack Cody Rhodes after this matchup, using the cage, leaving him locked in there, beating him up before we would see some backup as Cody Rhodes would have Roman Reigns come out to the ring by the surprise of everybody, as he is back after being taken out and beaten and put through a table by the Bloodline and Solo Sikoa a month ago. The original Tribal Chief comes out to aid Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, as we see him lay waste to the Bloodline, challenging Solo inside the cage before Solo would escape and really run away. But then we would see Roman Reigns try to get Jacob Fatu in the ring to challenge him to a fight, but no, Solo Sikoa would pull out Jacob Fatu so he wouldn't fight Roman Reigns, and that would be how we would kick off Friday Night Smackdown, with Cody Rhodes also helping out Roman Reigns after he was about to get jumped again by the Bloodline. Wow. Right after this too, we would see backstage an interview with General Manager Nick Aldis in his office after a chaotic start to Friday Night Smackdown. We would find out that General Manager Nick Aldis was approached by Solo Sikoa after this matchup with a challenge that General Manager Nick Aldis could not ignore, and he was having a contract written up right then and there so that way he could go talk to both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns about this particular challenge, which we would have to find out more about on this Friday Night Smackdown, guys. And then after this, guys, we would see our next match of the evening, as we would have Michin taking on Piper Niven. Now, last week, Chelsea Green took on Michin, and we would see now her friend and her partner, Piper Niven, go ahead and get a one-on-one matchup with Michin. And with Chelsea Green at ringside, we would see after Michin really took it to Piper Niven, after it looks like she was going to win, we would see Chelsea Green get involved in this matchup and cost Michin the match. After Piper Niven gets the victory, we would see Chelsea Green then find a trash can and use it as a weapon, as she would deliver the unprettier on top of a trash can with Michin, really sending a message after they get this matchup, man. And man, what a close game it was, as we would see both Piper Niven and Chelsea Green get the last laugh in this matchup. But then our next match of the night on Friday Night Smackdown would be a tag team match, and we would see the team of A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, taking on Kevin Owens and a partner of his choosing, and we weren't exactly sure who that partner was going to be, a mystery partner, if you will. And when Kevin Owens came out to the ring to challenge these guys, we would have to wait to see who would his partner be, and apparently that was Ricky? It was some random wrestler guy who just showed up there for Friday Night Smackdown, hairy chest and everything, looking to help KO out, and KO would definitely address the WWE Universe, grabbing the mic and saying, hey, look, this is who I was stuck with, okay? He wasn't necessarily my first choice as a partner, but guess what? My partner that I wanted couldn't be here at the arena tonight. He didn't show up, unfortunately, so this is who I'm stuck with, so let's go, because you know Kevin Owens is always ready for a fight. But then we would see someone at ringside with the headset come over and talk to Kevin Owens and say, hey, he's here. he's here. And Kevin Owens would grab the mic and say, he's here? He got here? Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for your help anyways, Ricky. And he would deliver a stunner on the guy who's supposed to be his tag team partner, and the match ain't even kicked off yet. After we've seen Austin Theory and Grayson Waller just laughing at Kevin Owens, knowing that that was going to be his tag team partner, now they look all confused on what's going to happen. And then the music hits, and it's Randy Orton back on Friday Night SmackDown as he partners up with Kevin Owens to take on the team of A-Town Under in this tag team matchup. And A-Town Down Under would bring the fight to Kevin Owens and Randy Orton early in this matchup, beating Kevin Owens down throughout the match before Kevin Owens would be able to tag in Randy Orton, and we would see these two go toe to toe with both of these teams really leaving it all in the middle of the squared circle. One heck of a match, but we would see something that we don't get to see very often, folks. That's right, we would see a double team, and not just any kind of double team. We see double vintage Orton DDTs from the middle rope, both on Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, as Kevin Owens and Randy Orton would team up for another double move. That's right, folks, double finishers in the middle of the ring as both Randy Orton and KO beat down, doing the snakes move, the vipers move in the middle of the ring when Randy Orton's looking for the most three dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment, the RKO finisher. But then we would see Kevin Owens do the same thing, but with a stunner, as it's a stunner RKO combo in the middle of the ring with KO and Randy Orton getting the victory in this matchup. Whew, welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown, Randy Orton. Way to pick up the victory with Kevin Owens. Wow, what heck of a match we've seen right there, guys. This Friday Night SmackDown premiere on USA Network is being banging. One of the best shows of the year so far. So next after this, we would get an update on that challenge that Solo Sikoa and his bloodline member Jacob Fatu were laying out to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. As we've seen, the contract was written up pretty quickly as general manager Nick Aldis was able to make this happen, but we would see Cody Rhodes come and interrupt the interview there to the general manager and say right to his face, "You heard me out there. I am done with Solo Sikoa and the bloodline." And man, we would see Cody Rhodes leave, and now general manager Nick Aldis is just shrugging his shoulders going, well, now I got to go talk to Roman Reigns. And that would be the end of that interview. And man, we would definitely have to see what happens going forward for the rest of Friday Night SmackDown to find out how this challenge is going to be answered by Roman Reigns later on in the show. And we would see next up the WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax. She would come out to the middle of the ring to address the WWE Universe and really announce her presence, as she has been dominating the women's division as of late, especially with her reign as the champion, also being the queen of the ring. And she would explain why she is known as the irresistible force, and she has proven that to the women's division. And she would be interrupted by the former champion Bayley. After she lost the title at SummerSlam, we would see her come out to confront Nia Jax about possibly getting her rematch at Bad Blood for the women's WWE championship. And she would tell Nia Jax and kind of call her out like, hey, you say you don't need no one's help, but yet you kind of needed Tiffany Stratton's help to win that title at SummerSlam. So what's the deal with you guys, right? Do you owe her one, or does she owe you one? You know, what do you mean? And so we would see Tiffany Stratton then, of course, come out to the ring and interrupt both of them as she's trying to defend herself and her friend Nia Jax. But that would kind of backfire a little bit with Bayley and her going toe-to-toe with the mics. And we would see, of course, Nia Jax would say, well, what's going to happen if me and Tiffy just decide to beat you up right here, right now? And after it looked like Bayley was going to get jumped once again, she would get back up as Naomi would come out to the middle of the ring to defend Bayley and have her back in this particular conflict. And then we would see after Naomi says, you ain't messing with my girl, comes to the ring, Nia Jax would actually lay out a challenge to both of these competitors, as she would say, hey, what say me and Tiffany take on the team of both of you guys next Friday, and whoever can beat me will be the next contender, the number one contender for the women's WWE championship at Bad Blood. And we would see both these girls ponder a little bit, talk to each other back and forth, and say, we accept. And wow, man, we got ourselves a pretty dang good tag team match in the women's division to check out next week. But that wouldn't be all, because Nia Jax kind of fooled these women, because she would actually list the stipulation after they accepted the challenge, and she would say, oh, By the way, when you guys actually lose to me and Tiffany Stratton, whoever loses will be banned and gone from SmackDown forever. Oh man, the Queen of the Ring lays down her decree in the stipulations of this challenge, as this now tag team match becomes a lot more interesting on next week's Friday Night SmackDown. Man, what a crazy turn of events there for the challenger Bayley after this particular mix-up, right? So we'll have to see what happens on next week's Friday Night SmackDown. And then next on SmackDown, we would see General Manager Nick Aldis again in a quick little interview as they try to get an update on the challenge, on what happens. And Nick Aldis would actually tell us, well, he has spoken to Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is going to come address the WWE Universe himself out in the ring at the end of the show. And wow, all of us would be in suspense waiting to find out what Roman Reigns was going to say at the end of the show. And then next up, we would have our next match of the night, as we would see Carmelo Hayes taking on Andrade. With this series tied 2-2, with these guys going back and forth with each other, with both of them having 2 victories against each other, it's now time to break the series tie, and we would see one heck of a match once again by these two in the middle of the squared circle with tremendous athleticism going back and forth, but Andrade would topple Carmelo Hayes to get up in the series now and defeat him in this matchup to get the victory. But that would not be the end of it all, as we would see the United States Champion, LA Knight, come out to the middle of the ring to address Andrade, especially after the controversy from last week's Friday Night SmackDown. And LA Knight would address Andrade and the WWE Universe and let Andrade know, congratulations on your match victory there over Carmelo Hayes, because General Manager of SmackDown Nick Aldis has informed me that you are now the #1 contender for the United States Championship. But hold on, don't get too excited there, Andrade, because you're only on the list for LA Knight's hit it and quit it, because if you think you're taking the United States Championship off LA Knight's shoulder, you got another thing coming, as LA Knight lays it all out, letting Andrade know he is going to bring the fight to him next week, and there is no chance that he wins the United States Championship. What a message sent by LA Knight, with everybody saying, LA Knight, wow, man. As Andrade now becomes the #1 contender for the United States Championship, we're going to see these guys go toe-to-toe next week in the United States Championship match on Friday Night SmackDown, as Andrade will take on the champion, LA Knight. Wow, what a Friday Night SmackDown season premiere, guys. Now, after this, guys, we would see next up a backstage interview with the Women's WWE Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And we would see these girls not afraid to throw it out there that they will defend their championships on any show at any time and anywhere. But they would be closely interrupted by Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton getting up in their faces, and pretty much Nia Jax laying down the law and letting these girls know, hey, I beat both of you on my way to becoming the Queen of the Ring when I won that Queen of the Ring tournament. So stay out of my way, and remember, SmackDown is my show. I run this show. And of course, we would see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair staring them down going, bet. And we'll probably have to find out what's going to happen with this controversy, as Nia Jax is now getting in the business of Bianca Belair, I should say meddling in their business, and we'll have to see what happens now with this particular controversy. Now, after this, finally, we would see the main event of the evening, where we would see Roman Reigns come address the WWE Universe, as the original Tribal Chief would come out to the middle of the squared circle with General Manager Nick Aldis also in the ring, as he would address the WWE Universe and the crowd there in Seattle, Washington first, pretty much saying that he has this contract in hand. But we would see Roman Reigns interrupt him as he puts out the hand, looking for the microphone, just like Paul Heyman used to do. But he would put the contract in his hand, and we would see Roman Reigns kind of shrug that off, put the contract behind him, and put his hand out once again. and General Manager Nick Aldis would finally hand over the microphone, and we would see the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns address the crowd in the WWE Universe, stating that he is nobody's attack guy. He is nobody to be messed with. He is the Tribal Chief, and WWE is his, and Smackdown is his show, and he runs this company. Man, we would see him really go out there and address this WWE Universe before the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes would come out, taking his time, coming down to the ring to address Roman Reigns after what he just said, going when he finally gets the mic. So, WWE's your company? SmackDown is your show? Mr. Tribal Chief? It used to be. It used to be your show. It used to be your WWE, but it's not no more. Not since WrestleMania, when Cody Rhodes was the one who defeated Roman Reigns to win the undisputed WWE Championship. And man, the tension would build as we would see both of these competitors drop the mics with both of these WWE superstars ready to go out and tear each other's throats. But then Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline would come out, and they sprung a trap as they looked to jump and attack both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. But we would see these guys defend themselves, taking out the Bloodline and sending a huge message to Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, who remained outside of the ring. But after they laid down the rest of the Bloodline, both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns stand in the middle of the squared circle, and Roman Reigns, with the contract in hand, would open it, and he would take the pen to sign the dotted line for a contract for a tag team match at the premium live event Bad Blood. But what would happen after that? Who's gonna be Roman Reigns' partner, and how is he going to be able to take down Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in a tag team match such as this? Well, the undisputed WWE champion had something to say about that, because he would go put his hand out for the contract from Roman Reigns, and Reigns hands him the contract, and Cody Rhodes would sign the dotted line, as it will be official, as the undisputed WWE champion. The American Nightmare will team up with the original Tribal Chief, with Roman Reigns in a tag team match to take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu at Bad Blood. Wow, what a Friday Night Smackdown, guys. I cannot wait to check out this premium live event, as this match is going to be one for the ages. A huge tag team match. Cannot wait, guys. This has been your WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments, and let me know what you guys thought of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed Friday Night Smackdown season premiere on USA Network in Seattle, Washington. What a freaking show, man. The cage match was awesome. A lot of big storylines that we heard about. Make sure you guys leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought of my show review, and make sure you check them out every single week, as I do Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown every single week, and I also try to do a preview and review of all the premium live events coming from WWE. So make sure you like and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show, where you get your football content from the NFL to college football, all kinds of funny stuff. You get NASCAR content as we cover the NASCAR Cup Series, and also WWE content with my WWE show reviews and previews of all premium live events and reviews of those as well. So make sure you guys check out Tim Reynolds Show, where you get this only kind of sports entertainment right here from Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys so much. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.